Okay, so we had a little mini version of this earlier, but not everyone was on. And Jared was kind enough to be able to do this Thursday. So I thought, what the heck, let's just get the ball rolling. So to fill you in, Jared, I have after Go Global, of course, everyone's super fired up. And these amazing women came to me and asked for a group. They're like, we want to run for global director. We're not messing around. And we wanted, like, can we all be in a group? Like, they came to me with this. This wasn't my idea. It was my idea to call on people like you to help. But, like, this was all driven by them. And so obviously I'm super excited for them because I know it's possible. And some of them are fairly new and just like doing amazing things. And so we just decided weekly to Zoom like 30 minutes, and I don't really have an agenda. Jared and his wife Amber have been coaching a while. Adam and I met them up at an event that Kim Fisk did up in Oregon when we were new. We didn't know anything about anything. All we knew is we were invited to this thing. And to be honest, I was very, very intimidated, especially of Jared. He was very competitive, and like we were on this team building thing together. And I remember he was just like we had to carry him over a rope, or I don't know what it was, but he meant business. And I was just like, whoa, this dude takes this serious. Like, we weren't winning $1 million, but you would have thought it the way that Jared was playing. He was in it to win it. But I also got to like get to know him a little better. And then my first Sundance, that's when you, me, and Adam had our amazing time together and just really got to know each other. And he's just been a great help to my family, like just as a human being, not having anything to do with coaching. So I want you guys to get to know him, and I'm going to get emotional. Oh my God. Okay. So I'll let you take it away, Jared.
So this is an honor for me because I love Emily and Adam. That Sundance was no joke. Like, I mean, we were meant to be there together and just love each other. And that's what this life is all about. It's about reaching out and blessing each other with our influence. So I'll ask you guys some questions, but before I ask some questions, are all of you familiar with John Maxwell? He wrote The 5 Levels of Leadership and like 1,000 other books, but that's probably the one that he's most well known for. So he talks about influence, and he says that people either consciously, but more often subconsciously, ask themselves 3 questions when they meet you. And the first question is, does this person care about me? The second question is, can they help me? And the third one is, can I trust this person? And so take yourselves off mute. This is interactive. I'm not going to just sit and jabber at you. How long have each of you been coaching? Where are you at right now? And give me kind of just a loose time frame for when you want to make global happen.
I'll start. So I've been a coach. It'll be 2 years in June. Right now I'm regional director, so I have 2 EDs underneath me, 2 coaches that have not really done much, and then I'm open after that. So right now I feel like I have 2 strong people, but I haven't been able to like actually get someone on after that. Okay. For me, go global, obviously, I would like to do this by the fall, I think, by September. Okay. I guess I need to have like a time frame for sure, because otherwise I'll just it'll go to next year.
Okay. So were any of you in the workshop that I did on the panel?
No.
I talked about this a little bit, and I encourage everybody to have both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals are action steps and how many people you're going to talk to, how many invitations to explore coaching you're going to make. It's all short-term goals should be action-based. It's not results-based.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't control your results. You can only control what you do. Okay? And the problem with focusing on short-term results is that you become comparative. And we all know that comparison is the thief of joy.
Mm-hmm.
So you just lose joy in what you're doing to help people because you haven't gotten the third ED yet, or you haven't brought on 5 new coaches or whatever it is. So human beings are long-term saints and short-term hedonists, right? This is everything in life. It's our clients. If you ask a client, like, hey, what's your 5-term goal? Like, what is your life going to look? I've been doing this for several months now. And I just had a conversation yesterday with a client, and she's like, oh my gosh, 5 years from now, she has 1 grandchild that's 2 years old right now. And she's like, he's going to be 7 in 5 years. And I'm going to be able to do everything with him. I'm going to be cool grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be restricted at all in my life. And she's just painting this beautiful picture for me. And then I said, okay, what are you thinking about today? And she's like, oh my gosh, I've been so stressed out. What are you thinking about when you're stressed out? Oh my gosh, my daughter, she brought cookies over the other night, and I've just been staring at the cookies right? That's what we go through, because that's how the human brain works. There's nothing wrong with us. It's just how the brain works, because the limbic system's job right now is to say, hey, I need to put you back in a comfortable situation. The limbic system, the amygdala, hypothalamus, the job is to make you comfy, to eliminate pain. And the way that we eliminate pain is we seek pleasure. Right? So you have to say in that moment, whether it's making one more phone call, inviting people to something, you're like, bring on the pain. Right? But think about the fear or the discomfort or however that pain appears to you in long-term lenses, through the Optavia lenses, as Dr. A says, right? Because you're like, why am I making this one more call or these 5 more calls? Don't go a single day without touching your business, as they say. Reach out to somebody. Do something nice for somebody. Terry Miller said one of the most genius things ever, and it's not like everybody knows it, right? But do we live it? Our life is our business. Our kids are our business. Our marriage is our business. Everything in life is your business. So, okay. Corey, you're off mute.
I'm off mute.
Okay.
So I have been an Optavia coach for, 9 full months. I started the end of last June.
9 full months?
9 full months.
I love that.
I know. And I came out of the gate really strong. I was an executive director probably in 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and have stayed there. Just recently, in the last probably 4 months, I've started sponsoring. So now I have, I think I have 11 coaches now. I just had a new one Tuesday that bought a coach kit, 11 people that have bought coaching kits. I would say I have 6 that are actually doing something right now. 2 are senior coach.
That's good numbers.
Yeah. 2 are senior coach now, like pretty steadily. 2, but the last 3 coaches I brought on, I think have a lot of ambition and could be really strong to get me to FIBC. And then we're working on my 2 senior coaches could definitely work to be executive director. They're both starting to sponsor now too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Both really good businesses. Candace and Corey, both really good businesses so far. Okay, Ashley, tell me, and what's your time frame? Like, when are you wanting to make this global happen?
So I've been really focused on FIBC, which I would like to do by May would be my goal. And then I would like to be global by the end of the year.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you guys know, the biggest jumps in this business are from ED to FIBC, and then from global to integrated global. Okay, huge jump. Global to integrated global is the biggest, right? But ED to FIBC, that's another big jump, but it's just a mindset thing. So it's not, it can happen really quickly, but I'll tell you this, most people when they go FIBC, they're integrated national, usually, really close. Like we just had 2 new FIBCs hit, they hit integrated national as FIBCs.
Okay.
So it's just the nature of the business, because when you start having 5 senior coach legs, a couple of them you're either going to be integrated regional or integrated national. So that's a really good spot to be, and global isn't very far behind. If you hit FIBC and you are committed to just total integration and keeping your business rocking, there's no reason that you can't be global within 90 to 120 days.
Okay. Good.
Okay. How about you, Ashley?
Hi, I've been coaching 3 years, and last month I just hit FIBC as a integrated regional director. So super excited about that.
Congrats.
Yeah, so I have 5 senior coaches. Chelsea is an ED on my team, actually. So she's my only ED at the moment. I have a couple of girls who I think will be ED soon. So I'm hoping to hit integrated national next month. If not by the end of the month, we'll see. And then global, that's 6 to 8 months. Hopefully 6.
Good. Awesome. So also by the end of year.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Man, this Flores team, you're going to have a bunch of people walking across the stage.
Yes.
This is awesome. Okay. So Chelsea.
Hi. I've been coaching for just under a year. And right now I'm an ED with 3 senior coach teams, which is really crazy. And it wasn't until we were just at Go Global that I was like, holy crap, I could be FIBC like this month. So that's my goal right now. And I just started 2 new coaches yesterday. So really getting going. But I just talked to Emily and Ashley the other day too, and I had never really even thought about global. So I don't know, as soon as I can, I guess.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, awesome. How about you, Kelly?
Well, I just have been coaching just a little over a year, and I just left my full-time job to be part-time in February, and have been bringing on coaches since then. I just had 2 coaches before that weren't really in much action. And all the 3 that I brought on, well, I brought on 4. 1 decided it wasn't for her, but the other 3 are in really, really good action. And so I'm really excited about that. And we just had a semi-coaching sport call before this, and I've got a bunch of other ones lined up. So I'm really excited about that. But I'm an ED right now.
Awesome.
So.
And what's your goal for when you want to be global?
December.
Okay, so we got a bunch of end of the years, fall to end of the year. So totally doable. So when all of you guys have incredible potential. Potential is most people live in untapped potential because they don't know how to tap it, right? Tapping potential comes in three things. We've talked about it for years. It was in the original business blueprint that Dan Bell wrote. It's called skills, actions, and concepts. Concepts are also just mindset, because people have good concepts, but they also have limiting beliefs. So let's just call it mindset. Do you guys all know what a global business looks like?
Honestly, no.
Okay. So average across the company, to have 5 executive directors on your team, you're going to need between about 10 and 13 senior coach legs. Because usually a little under half of your senior coach legs will reach executive director. Okay? So that's what you're aimed for. You're aimed for, let's just say, let's shoot for 15, because Dr. A always talks about having spares. Shoot for having 15 senior coaches on your team by December, and you're well on your way. So actions, what are you guys doing? How often, what's your mindset around how often you're offering coaching? Are you offering it only to clients? Are you offering it to non-clients?
So I think all of us, we talk a lot, all day. And I think we went into the weekend kind of all, offering it to our clients and starting to think about non-clients, but then left over the weekend, like telling the flight attendant, to be a coach. So personally, I feel like I offer it all the time. But I think my delivery is not great. I feel like I feel like people can tell I'm hungry, and I am not delivering it at the right time. Like I need to just layer and drip and not be like, don't you want to do this? Because I'm so pumped about it. And I feel like I'm turning people off. So I need to posture better.
Okay, good. Do you have something else, Corey?
I feel like I'm the opposite. I tell everybody and anyone. And I think for me, getting people excited about coaching and having them buy their coaching kit for me isn't, not that it's the easy part, but I feel like it has been relatively easy for me. The part that I think is harder is learning how to develop them and get them from buying that kit. Well, how do you get them to bring on that first client? How do you get them to get to senior coach? How do you get them to ED?
Okay, perfect. So these have to do with skills. So what skills do you feel like, and I would encourage all of you to write down the skills that you feel that you're really good at, and write down a few skills that you feel like you really need to focus on, because over the upcoming weeks, it will be really, really valuable for you guys to send those. Do you guys have a chat thread or a group, or what are you using?
Yep.
We have
thread.
a chat group, yeah.
Okay. So put those things that you would like to sharpen those skills in that chat thread. So Emily and all of you that's what integration is. Integration is, the root word is integrity or integer. It means whole or complete. None of us are whole and complete alone. We just have too many weaknesses. But you ladies have strengths where I'm weak, and I probably have strengths where you're weak. So by sharing those things and just humbling yourself and saying, hey, I would like to learn more about delivery, or I want to sharpen my skills on how to develop those coaches to senior coaches really quickly. Now, one skill that I'll throw out there that is really, really, really critical is your ability to awaken and help people explore. Okay? Awakening and helping people explore what it is they want in life is all about asking questions. Because So Candace mentioned that she feels a little a lack of confidence when it comes to delivery. If you really, really, really know what someone wants, I mean, going back to those 3 questions that John Maxwell asked, do they care about you? If you don't ask them any questions, right in the front of their mind, they're like, this person doesn't care about me. They're just trying to pitch me on something. Okay? And trust is tied to whether or not you care about them. The second question, he says, can this person help me? Right? So Candace said, man, I'm passionate about this. I'm pumped up. Well, that pump has to be tied to caring. But I'll tell you this, it doesn't have to be totally polished, but after you've asked them questions and you know what they want, people who don't know how to solve problems quit. These people have quit in different areas of their life because they don't know how to solve those problems. So in order to build the big businesses and help thousands of people like all of you ladies want to do, you have to be 100% confident and passionate and show how pumped up you are. Not about everything, all the information, about one thing. I know that I can help you. You don't have to give them all the details. You ask them everything that they want, whether it's with their physical health, their mental health, or their financial health, getting them into coaching. You're like, have you looked for solutions? You've been struggling financially. You've been struggling with your physical health. Have you tried some stuff? What have you tried? Tell me your experience with it. Oh, you didn't lose any weight? How did that affect you mentally? Go through and just go down the rabbit holes. When they answer something like, okay, I want just like in your back office in your tree view, when you click on one coach and they have coaches and it expands, right? Some of you probably don't have big tree views right now, but it's pretty cool over time. You go click on that green dot, all the green dots in your team are coaches with coaches, and it just keeps spreading out, right? That's what you want to do with your line of questioning when you're asking people and exploring what they want in life. I would encourage you to, another piece of integration for me is being fully present with people. I try my very hardest not to do Zooms and phone calls and stuff in noisy places. I like to have a notepad with me so that I can keep track of what it is that they want. I don't, 9 years we've been coaching, I do not keep track of my clients' weight loss. I'm not tracking all the statistics. All I'm keeping notes of is, hey, they wanted to go to Hawaii with their family. They wanted to be able to wear a 2-piece bathing suit and feel really comfortable and confident with how they feel. So I'm going to, Dan Bell is the master of this. He says, you know the old saying, you can't lead a horse, you can't force a horse to drink, but you can salt their oats, right? So when they start saying things like, oh, I want to travel, I want to feel good in a bathing suit. Like I'm a member of different travel sites and stuff, and they send me travel deals. And if I have a client or a coach that wants to travel, I'll just send them, hey, I'll send them a link to that travel deal. It doesn't even have to be where they want to go specifically. Just say, hey, I remember you wanted to go here, and I was just thinking of you because I got this email today. Right? You're constantly reminding them of their goals. With coaches, you'll never be able to awaken coaches unless you know the dirty details of what they want their life to look like. And even then, it all comes down to personal responsibility. They have to put in the work. You can't do it for them. And you can even the people who are just kind of dead health coaches, continue to invite them and let them know that you love them, but don't put a ton of time into them. Let them, just invitation, message of love and approval and stuff, and let them come to you when they're ready to go. Because it's easier to give birth than to resurrect the dead. Okay? Famous Kim Fisk quote. Okay? So this week, make some notes in that chat thread about what skills you feel like you're lacking, so that there can be some direction and some agenda items that we're like, hey, we're going to focus on this week, and get really specific. Okay. Any other things that right now that that you guys feel like you're lacking, or that you have questions about? Specific?
It was helpful. Thank you.
This business is way more about mindset than it is about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone kind of realized that after Go Global.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just that's the proof right there. How you feel when you leave, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that electric feeling, part of the mindset. So
Yeah, Kim told us 9 years ago when we started, she's like, you don't have to believe that this program will work. Your faith in this program when you start has nothing to do whether or not you're going to lose weight. Medically, physiologically, it's set up according to laws of nature, right? And you're just going to lose weight if you follow the program. And that's the same kind of, and then you believe, right? Have all of you used the program yourself? Okay, every single one of you is shaking your head. So I think that perhaps the most important word in the English language is remember. Remember where you came from and how blessed you feel because you found this program. Remember the 5-year plan way out there because you're a saint. You've got this beautiful vision of what your life is going to look like, right? You have to remember that all the time, or today you're going to behave based on what you feel like, rather than based on what you want. So that's the first one of the hot 6, right? Lead from the future, act in the now. Do you guys all have vision boards?
No.
Do a vision board. You may think that they're hokey. Amber and I have done vision boards about every 2 or 3 years, and every single thing on them, and we don't look at them every day. Every single thing on them has come to pass.
time to vision board it up.
So I would encourage you to split it in half. Whether you're using a magnet board or a dry erase board or just a poster board or whatever, on one side, vision of what you want your life to look like, and on the other side, symbols or pictures of the action that you're taking. Because vision without action is just a wish. It's literally a dream. It will never come into fruition.
Thank you so much, Jared.
Yep.
I appreciate you so much.
I want to see every single one of you on that stage. And I want to see every single one of you go over your time and have them start playing music to get you off the stage.
That won't be me.
No.
But yes.
Stick to your time. Stick to your time. That's an important piece of leadership. But
Right.
I'm going to be out of town for a couple weeks, but I'd love to rejoin you guys in a few weeks and see how you're doing, and just kind of as you're progressing, answer any questions or any help that I can give you guys.
Sounds good. Love you, Jared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Talk to you guys
Thanks,
later. Okay. Bye. Okay. Everyone's blowing it up trying to get in. I had the meeting locked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's Jen.
This is the same number, right?
Yeah, same.
Susie needs to go to bed.
Okay. Hey guys. Oh, I should stop this